Hi everybody, this is Roxy, and I just wanted to show my this month's ATC for the ATC swap at your paper pantry. And I'm first going to explain my process, and then I'll just show some little highlights of making it. There's a lot of people that making ATCs, it's new to them. So I'm just going to go over a couple little things. And I know Tina Lynn she's our moderator there. And she's put a ton of information on the group site, so you can, get some information on how to do it, what size they're supposed to be. But what I did is I'm just going to show or kind of tell what my process was. I found this photo of this little girl at an antique store a couple weeks ago. And so I knew I wanted to use it very soon, very quickly, and I did. The theme for this swap for June was show your own style, and that is just showing your favorite style. And mine is, I think my favorite is using old photos, vintage photos, with like some dumb little saying that I come up with, or clever saying. I don't know if it's clever or just, I kind of like to have fun with it. So I used, the paper I used is from the K & Company homemade paper pad, and then I have this set of stamps. They're flourishes, and it's from Tuscan Rose. I used to buy a lot of stuff from her. I think she's still around. It's www.tuscanrose.com. Excuse me. And I just used this stamp and just this part of it. So what I did is I scanned my little girl, and then I printed her out on really good quality paper, and as a color photo. So that's where the sepia tone came from. And then I just printed out my sentiment, which is, you want me to what? Because when I look at her, she looks like she's really crabby, but I think she's probably just like, what are you doing? What? Probably not. Maybe doesn't understand what a photo is, or why she has to sit there for, however long. But anyways, I just thought it'd be kind of cute to have you want me to what. So I took the paper, cut it by 2.5 by 3.5. That's the ATC size. And then this stamp set, I, for the life of me, cannot remember whose stamp set this is, and it doesn't have anything on it. This is how it came. And I bought it at a card making store that I used to go to a lot. Anyways, I used the kind of measurements, like learning percentages, and it just reminded me of kind of a school thing to do, whatever. So where's my favorite one? Okay, this is my first one. So I stamped that on the side with Versamark embossing powder. No, embossing, what is it? Oh, you know what I mean. Watermark pad. And then I used Tim Holtz distressing powder and soot. And that you have to shake up before you use the powder, because it gets these little crystal beads all over. I guess I don't know if they float to the top or what. I don't know. But that's what he suggests. And then when you heat emboss it, I think it's kind of hard to heat emboss. You can't tell when it's done. But then what you're supposed to do is kind of rub it to get those little crystals off, so it gives a distressed look. And then I stamped my flourish in mahogany, aged mahogany. And then I cut out the little girl, and I kind of wanted to leave a border of the paper around. So I cut her out, and then just I edged her with vintage photo. And then I edged the whole card with Victorian velvet. And then I got into my button bin, or it's not a bin anymore, now it's a button jar. And I just pulled out some, I was going to do a little flower, but I thought she's kind of a little crabby, so, I thought the flower might be a little too obvious, or stand out too much, or... But anyways, I like how just the button looks on that. And then what I do is I like to, with the ATC, the way they started out was using plain cards as the background, or as the the base, and then they would either sandpaper them or sand them or gesso them to get some tooth onto that shiny card, and then you would do your artwork right on top of that. Well, you still can use a plain card on the back, but again, you'd have to, like, you know, adhere your artwork to it. But I like to use like my card, my paper, whatever thickness that is, and then some nice heavy cardstock on the back. And then I have this stamp. That's another stamp set. And I will, if I can find it, I'll put it up. But there's a lot of companies that make ATC stamps so that you can put the information on the back. And that's important to have your information on the back because people collect these. You know, this actually started in Sweden, I think about 8 or 10 years ago, the whole ATC movement. And it's, you know, gradually gone throughout the world. But that is important to put the date, your name, and the title of the swap or of the title of your card, and then how many you've made. Like this will be card 1 out of 13 because we had 12 in our group, and then I always make an extra one to trade out or give to somebody or whatever. So that's my ATC card for this month, and then I will put some highlights after this. And see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.